I'm gonna start this off with a big fuck you to Miss Tracy McDougal. Um, Anybody who knows me knows that I volunteer at an animal shelter, and I've been doing that for almost a decade. And I care about the shelter. I do what I can for the shelter. It's all volunteer work. Um, we 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 do what we can for these animals out here. There's an overpopulation of animals, and people just dumping them off. And we've all put our blood, sweat, and tears into that shelter. Recently, we come up short-handed, so we asked for new volunteers. And this McDougal lady and one of her friends came and volunteered, and I personally never even met her. I seen her. I said hi to her when she first came in, and I take care of the dogs upstairs. She went downstairs to work with the ladies downstairs. Well, apparently, from just what was going around the shelter, these people have been coming in drunk. They were giving derogatory comments to some of the older shelter, or the more senior shelter people there, taking the animals off property, just doing some fuck shit. But giving them the benefit of the doubt. Nobody was trying to be mean or anything to them. I say them because she had one of her friends with her. I don't recall what her name was, but I put out a post stating that please, just the rules of the shelter. I mean, pretty much just the rules of the shelter. I didn't single anybody out. It was and it wasn't for anybody personally. It was for all the new volunteers. In the midst of that, I guess she put out some posts, talking shit about one of the dogs that I take care of, how mean she is, and all this other crazy shit. She read the post on the chat, apparently, took offense to it, took it to heart, and her and her friend quit. Sorry. Thank you for help. Sorry you took it that way. Well, then she proceeded to go on to an Austintown complaint chat group, whatever the fuck it is, and decided to start bashing our shelter. Started, I don't really care if you talk about me. You can run your mouth about me all you want. That makes you feel better, sweetheart. You go right the fuck ahead. But you don't start talking shit about my shelter. You don't start talking shit about my dogs. She was out there spreading lies about how we treat the animals there. She was spreading lies about how we conduct ourselves at the shelter. Even though this woman has not met me, and I rarely drink, especially, I never drink when I'm at the shelter, but I rarely drink, period. Claimed that I was there drunk all the time. And just a few other things. So I'm gonna just leave it at this. Happy 2024. I'm gonna just leave it at this. Fuck you. Anybody who would tell anybody else, no matter what the people are like there, but not to help or not to donate to any shelter, you're a piece of shit. You're a real piece of shit. And I hope you get whatever mental problems you got all straightened up there. And if this by chance does get back to you somehow, some way, and you would like to air your grievances on my show, I will give you your free airtime. Everybody knows, even Greg knows, if anybody got a problem with me or got a problem with my show or anything like that, you are more than welcome. You will get your free airtime to say what you got to say uninterrupted, and then we can discuss things when you're done. That simple. And if you want to get ghetto with it, then tell your husband to fucking find me, you cunt. Talking shit about my damn shelter. All right, so enough of that bullshit. How was your holiday, Greg?
It was good. It was good. Yeah. Spent it with family. Spent it with more family.
Ah.
Then spend the rest of it at home.
Yeah, see that was my problem. I spent mine with family. I spent it with family, and yeah. But no, it wasn't that bad. You know, the grandkids. I got some cool pictures with the grandkids in my Grinch outfit,
Hell
and
yeah.
kind of sucked for my brother. Uh, he lives down in Atlanta, and his fucking house burnt down the day before Christmas Eve, the 23rd.
Horrible.
Yeah, I mean, there ain't even. I try to look at the silver lining because at least the Red Cross was there. You know, they put him up in a hotel, him and his wife, for I think 6 weeks. But they lost everything and even their dog, dude. That's terrible. So, you know, prayers for my brother Joey. Um, I hope things get better out there, man. If not, just pack up what you can and bring you and your old lady home, and we just work it out when you get here. All right. Anything local going on? We ain't got no shows lately. Here we go. I've been looking through the news here, just on Google News, and I was a firm believer in this whole bullshit. A lot of people like to say America has had a war on black people, or is still at war with black people, or whatever. And up until the summer of love, I pretty much thought this was bullshit, and then everything started popping off, and everybody hates everybody now. But I just happened to come up through this article here, and this is on Yahoo News. It says the U.S. is presently involved in 15 shadow wars. Here's where and why. Now I'm a tell you that all the reasons why is a very generic reason, and it's all the same pretty much for everywhere. But Russia is the only people. Greg, you got that map?
Pretty sure I do.
We're gonna pop up this map here.
Oh, wrong button.
So while we wait on that map, you'll see that Russia is the only place on this map that you can't see. Russia's not there. We're at war with Russia. Don't let the fucking media fool you. We are at war with Russia. And we are sending. Let's see. The U.S. has provided military assistance to the Ukraine since Russia invaded the country in 2022. However, such support has been strategically targeted to avoid further escalation of tensions with Russia. For example, the White House is reportedly reluctant to send advanced equipment to Ukraine. So we're sending them our junk, supposedly. But our junk is more advanced than most third world countries, motherfucker. What the fuck? And I mean, what's a junky fucking airplane, like a MiG or F-15, F-16?
I don't fucking know. I'm no airplane mechanic.
Send the one with the dent on the side of the fender. That one got a leaky radiator. Send that one. I don't even know if these airplanes got radiators. And it says reluctant to send advanced equipment. They say they didn't send advanced equipment, such as fighter jets that could instigate deadlier conflicts. Since the 2020, all right, this is what I was getting at. The U.S. has provided the Ukraine with $42 billion in security assistance for equipment such as aircraft systems, ammunition, and more. $42 billion. That's the only one that ain't on this map. So the next one is Syria. It's in there somewhere. It's on that map. First of all, if you ain't noticed, That's a map of Africa. Since 2014, the U.S. has engaged in efforts to destabilize terrorist groups in Syria, deploying nearly 900 U.S. troops. Huh. They ain't giving no number about the money that's dumped into that motherfucker. That's Syria. That's up there at the top of Africa. Don't forget, the litter box is part of Africa. Look in the Bible. Cameroon is one of the 11 African nations, which the U.S. is the 11 African nations. Fuck, guys, America is at war with black folks. They just somewhere else. Cameroon, Operation Juniper Shield. They got 10 million. 2,500 American troops still are in Iraq. 50 billion to Egypt. Kenya, 69 million. 2 billion in humanitarian aid to Lebanon. 72 million specifically to increase wages of the Lebanese army and police forces. But didn't we just have an issue like maybe 6-7 years ago about our military, our guys who are overseas don't have fucking armor on their fucking shit? Like they didn't have Kevlars? Motherfuckers is walking around in the hood with a Kevlar. Our soldiers ain't got a goddamn Kevlar. You sending 2 or 72 million to increase the Lebanese army and police. And police. Libya. That's over there too. They're launching launched drone strikes against the region. Or they've been launching drone strikes against the region since 2020. Ever since the American forces have engaged in several military operations in Libya since 2012, Benghazi attack, HRC's bullshit, which resulted in the deaths of U.S. ambassadors and two CIA contractors, instigating a campaign geared towards improving the safety of American diplomats. The U.S. has launched drone strikes against the region's terrorist groups since 2020. Mali. I've never even heard of Mali. They're doing it now, mind you, and you think that ain't gonna happen fucking here. Listen to this shit. Mali is another of the 11 African countries with which the U.S. has engaged in Operation Juniper Shield to combat terrorist organizations in the region, including a whole bunch of shit that sounds like something I coughed up. I ain't even pronouncing that. and the last one, and Boko Haram. The U.S. provides training and equipment to Mali military groups. The country is also the site of Operation Objective Voice, an anti-propaganda information campaign. So what they mean by anti-propaganda means they're pushing their propaganda. They're pushing their, how Hunter Biden's cocaine or Joe Biden's money laundering or all the business deals that he went wrong, how they kind of just say, oh no, look over here. Trump fucking robbed a bank. Trump got secret papers with missile codes. Yeah, missile codes. That's what that is. That's what the fuck that is. Now, at first glance, this looks like it says marijuana, but it's Mauritania. Another African country. Operation Juniper Shield. Let's see. Additionally, during an annual event known as Exercise Flintlock, the U.S. provides the country with military training support in partnership with Canada and some European countries. So now they got other countries up in that motherfucker. Okay, so before anybody starts getting butthurt, I'm gonna just let you know right now. I try to clear this up. We don't know for sure. I'm gonna say it like it's fucking spelled, and it's nigger. The U.S. provides counterterrorism in numerous military campaigns currently operating within nigger. Hey, it's spelled that way, man. And it's not Nigeria, because Nigeria is fucking next. Including Juniper Shield, Jukebox Lotus, and Objective Voice. The U.S. officially opened Nigger Air Base in Airbase 201 in 2019, serving as a base for American troops to operate drones and small aircraft for military missions. The airfield cost approximately $110 million to construct. That was just the airbase. And they got all kinds of shit going on in there. They got 3-4 different operations going on there. What's going on with the niggers? And then Nigeria is next. The U.S. government maintains steady military presence in Nigeria. So that just means we stay there. Supporting Operation Juniper, Objective Voice, the African nation has long been a military ally of the United States. How the fuck? No, wait a minute. I just named off, and we still going. Damn near every goddamn country in Africa and the litter box. How the fuck are we military allies? Where? Does that make any goddamn sense to you, Greg?
Nope.
Allies of the U.S. And in 2022, the White House approved the controversial selling of $1 billion in arms to the country. We giving them guns to fight us. That's about as bad as Obama. You know, everybody loves to praise fucking Obama, but nobody remembers Fast and the Furious. You remember Fast and the Furious and not that dumbass Vin Diesel movie?
Refresh my memory.
Somebody in the White House in the Obama administration thought it was going to be a good idea to take all these military weapons, AR-15s, all these weapons, and distribute them to the cartels. Just give them out. You know, they had their little narcs and shit inside with the cartels and this and that. Just gave them all these guns. Well, I'm sure they had to make it look like it was an arms deal, but they made it good, you know, the deal good enough where they wouldn't refuse it. Handed over all these guns. I mean, and there were shit tons of them. And the cartel took them and disappeared. Now, the whole thing was they were supposed to be able to trace them and find out where the cartels went. Nope. Obama,
however the hell they traced them, the cartels got rid of it. They ain't dumb.
Let me guess. That's Mexico. Let me guess.
Yeah, that's where most of the cartel resides, I guess.
And then from that point on, because we've heard of the Mexican cartels back in the day. You know, we've always heard about them.
Right.
But there was never, you know, it was the Colombians that you had to fucking worry about. The Colombians or the Dominicans. And that was only because of Scarface. Not the Mexicans. The Mexicans was just a bunch of fucks who wanted to jump over the border and get a job. And we was cool with that. You know, we used to make fun of that. I remember the movie Born in East LA with Cheech Moran when he got deported. You know, great fucking movie. We joked about it. But come Fast and the Furious, and nobody fucking seems to put this together. Once that Fast and the Furious hit, all them cartels blew the fuck up. And why? Because they were now a military presence. Now you start bringing in the fentanyl trade, boom. I mean, It don't take a rocket scientist to put that shit together.
1 + 1 does equal 2.
No, watch that shit. That shit is supposed to be racist now, too.
What?
Oh, yeah, you ain't heard about that?
Well, no, I have not.
Math is racist because it doesn't give the people a way to think freely in their own reality. So maybe in somebody else's reality, 2 and 2 does equal 5. My son sent me some fucking a TikTok that explained it the best. It was some old man. He was like, now look, if I got 1 fuck and I add 2 fucks and then I add another 1, 2 fucks, I only have 4 fucks to give. That does not equal 5 fucks.
Right.
Yeah. I fucking heard that. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So let's see. In Nigeria, we have provided over 41,000 training courses to the Nigerian military personnel. Training courses. Somalia. Remember Somalia when we was growing up? There was the little kids with the big heads and the thin necks and the fat belly.
Do what?
Remember Somalia when we was growing up? It was the kids that had the flies on their head and they had the big heads and the skinny neck. The South Park made fun of them. Remember?
Yeah.
Starvin' Marvin. He was from Somalia. All right. Over the past decade, the U.S. government has provided $3 billion to Somalia in the fight against the terrorists. Blah blah blah. Aid is given thus far. Also includes combat raids, military training, and equipment. Under the Trump administration, American troops withdrew from Somalia, leading to regain its grip on the region. However, the group's presence waned amid the return of the U.S. troops under the Biden administration. So, what you're saying is their people took back over when Trump told everybody to fucking leave them the fuck alone. But Biden said, oh no, we're coming back. You know, they love it. I love how all of a sudden there's all these weird fucking organizations all of a sudden. Uh-oh. All right. All these extra fucking terrorist groups now. But at the end of all of these, it also says, and ISIS. I noticed that. It's all combat against terrorist groups. And ISIS. Bitch. Let's see. Afghanistan. We all know about Afghanistan. This one's kind of weird, though, because it says, though American troops withdrew from Afghanistan in 2020, the CIA remains involved in the region. CIA not supposed to be a military agency, but, you know, specifically, the agency is monitoring the developments concerning the Taliban's takeover. What the fuck are you monitoring? You watched it? Were you the guys taping the fucking assholes in our helicopters, hanging people and dangling them? Oh, that ain't a big kick in the dick right there. And of course, right after that article, right after it, what has to be said? What's the palate cleanser for the Democrats all the time? Melania Trump's reason for being absent from Trump's family Christmas photo.
Okay.
Look, what the fuck does that got to do with these wars?
No goddamn thing.
Holy fuck. Oh, fuck me. So, speaking of all these wars, now let's go over to the Russia thing. because this is gonna be something that is gonna be the new issue, the new hot point here in a while, and somehow, some way, it's gonna be Trump's fault. So the money for the Ukraine is running out, and they ain't gonna get no more money unless Congress passes it. And Congress already said, well, at least the Republican side, the Senate, or no, the Senate, the House side, or whatever the fuck side the GOP's in, they said no. They want the border done. They want the border done. They want the border done. They need the Israel shit straightened out. Then, you know, what was it, 82 billion already? Man, I think I got that wrong. What was it? Let me find that. Where the fuck that go? You're not gonna put it back up, Yahoo? You bastards. I don't care. There was a fucking billion behind the number. So once you hit a billion behind the number, it doesn't matter what, it could be 50 gajillion, jillion, billion fucking dollars. Billion. Our national debt is skyrocketing. And in just because you know what, those ain't the only wars. Those are the wars that they're allowed to talk about. So, you wonder where our national debt is? It's right the fuck there. You know, at least a big ass chunk of it. Right the fuck there. And now you got some people on one side, well, yeah, let's take everybody out of there, which I'm all for. That ain't none of our business. They want to fuck up their country, let them fuck it up. You know, we've all seen how these people fucking, you know, and if you say something about them, then you're automatically racist. No, the fuck you're not. These people are animals. If you look at, I mean, their warfare tactics is straight animalistic. It's butchering, it's beheading, it's hands, and honestly, I mean, it is what it is, but war's war. You know, us as the U.S., and probably the snow, well, I don't even think Canada even, yeah, I ain't even mentioning them fuck faces. But, you know, when it comes to war, your objective is murder. Our troops, as much as we love our troops, we call them troops over here because we support them. We call them troops over here because they're our team. That's our team. Over there, the opposite side call us murderers. Call our soldiers murderers. Now, hey, I'm not down on my team at all, but it's necessary evil. We got a lot of them. But who are you to tell somebody how to murder somebody? Like, I never understood that. You know, it's already wrong to be ransacking this village. Then you got to go in, there's a village of 1,000 people. You have to level it. You have to raise the whole village. Nobody left. Well, what is the difference whether I shoot them with this fucking bullet that can take an arm off, or if I walk up and smack them with a machete, or if I fucking stack them in a pyramid and ask them questions? You know, I never understood that. I never got that at all. And that's the way they fight over there. You know, that just like when I brought up the whole, what was going on when Hitler and the Third Reich was you know, coming into power. They were against the Jews for some reason. Well, what were the Jews doing at that time? And we went and we looked into history. What they were doing at that time, they weren't really called the Jews. They didn't really have the official name, but they were going from village to village on horses and camels and raiding the villages. Any man who was, you know, able to fight, they recruited them into their army, or they got killed. The kids were raped and sold off. The women were raped and killed or sold off. Now, look at what I'm not even going to say his name, but look at the leader of the Reich and what he said. And you think, everybody got this conception of, he was against these white people with the little curly ponytail thingies on the side of their head and a little hat with the no brim. No! No. They just happened to be in the way of their expansion. There was a lot of fucking towns, because it wasn't just the Jews, it was the Czechs, it was the Slovenians, all them Indians over there. All that shit. For some reason, the Jews got the clout on that one. Hey, different races get their different shits. The Irish got St. Patrick's Day. All right, so, yeah, all that fucking money. And let's see. Okay. So I'm going to just read this headline. Mayor Eric Adams, New York City, slaps restriction on migrant buses coming to New York from Texas. Wasn't that the sanctuary city? Wasn't that the bring them all? Bring them up. That's what America's made of. All of the migrants, all through New York. Wasn't that? Hey, this idiot in that Hochul cut. Yeah, bring them in. Yeah, come on. We ain't even talking about Chicago. We're talking about straight New York, where they was beating people in the streets, where they literally defunded their police to be working on the bare minimum, and the ones that do get to work get to go after people like Jonathan Majors, who all the evidence showed that he didn't do a fucking thing wrong, but yet he still got convicted of assault and lost his job, lost all his endorsements, lost all his movie deals, everything, even though there was video footage of him being truthful, actually running away from the chick. There was body cam footage of the police officer telling this woman what to fucking say. Or they go after Donald Trump for supposed fraud, which the banks that he supposedly defrauded came in and said, no, he didn't defraud us. We actually want to keep doing business with him. They literally said that. Understand? But yeah, he was already found guilty of fraud before the trial even started. The trial that's going on now is for compensation, which, if he were to have to pay any compensation, wouldn't you think it would be to the banks he supposedly defrauded? Well, no, this money goes to New York. And then they shut down his businesses, confiscate all his buildings, everything in New York, and he's not allowed to work in New York no more. That's what the cops is doing out there. And what's fucked up, who Jonathan Majors is?
No.
He's Kang the Conqueror from the Marvel movies. The Ant-Man movies, the bad guy from the Ant-Man. He was supposed to be the new face of Marvel for the next 10 years. All the movies coming out, it was called the Kang Dynasty. It was going to go into Secret Wars. It was going to go into the new Deadpool. It already touched in the Marvels. It already touched in Ant-Man and the Wasp. It was already in the Loki series. Now, you know how that even remotely has anything to do with the Donald Trump thing? Jonathan Majors was Disney's fucking white knight, black knight, whatever the fuck you want to call him. He was that was his golden boy. Well, Ron DeSantis and Disney have beef. Because Ron decided to play Mr. Big Shot down in Disney and started fucking with the mouse. Well, we all know what happens when you fuck with the mouse. That's worse than fucking with HRC. So, how do you take out the person without taking out the person? You endorse his fucking complete and total enemy. So Disney dumped a shit ton of money into Trump's campaign. Now, that brings up a red light to them idiots in New York. Oh, this is Disney. This is Trump's boy. Now, magically, Jonathan Majors, even though he has all the evidence stating that he didn't do shit, convicted, lost everything. I hear now that Boyega kid who played in Star Wars is going to be the new Kang. I thought it was going to be Denzel. There was rumors that it was going to... And Denzel, I think, Jonathan Majors is a hell of an actor. I mean, I've seen him in, what the fuck, the Lovecraft, some Lovecraft Town, whatever show he was in. Fucking excellent actor. Excellent. He was in the Creed movie too. I think it was Creed 2 or some shit. Beat the dog snot out of Apollo's son. Fucking hell of an actor. Gone. His lifetime might as well be another Maurice Claret. They won't even. They removed his name from everything. Gone. Damn shame. And you know, and this is a reason why a lot of you guys out there, I've been staying off a lot of the politics lately. A lot of people, and it's happening to the fucking Congress people now. You start speaking out against certain folks, and all of a sudden you're getting it's called swatted. So that means that somebody called the cops or the FBI or something on you, supposedly, and said that you shot somebody or you're holding somebody hostage or somebody is at your presence with a gun, and then the authorities come all fucking gung-ho ready to knock somebody's block off. You have your fucking cat in your hand, and now you're splattered all over the... Or no, wait a minute. What was it? Your house magically blows up. Wasn't that out in West Virginia? Because everybody now is saying, oh no, it wasn't this and it wasn't that, and it couldn't have happened that way. Okay. And now they're saying he was shooting down the street. No, that man shot a flare in the air. And we don't even know if that was a flare, because it could have been fucking fireworks. You down in West Virginia.
Yep.
And you know, and that wasn't even, what's real fucked up about that story is cops weren't even there because of the flares. So why is that even in play in the whole situation? The cops were there supposedly to serve a warrant about something else.
Right. I've seen some of it. I never watched. I never got involved. You know what I mean? Never like looked into it after I seen it. And I just, whatever it was though, that was like natural gas filled up the whole half of the fucking house.
Yep. Or what about the old man down in was it Texas? Old veteran didn't like something that the leader of the head of the administration was doing, so he spoke out on one of them social medias. They killed that old man. They kicked this fucking door in. Oh, it was an act. Somebody called and told us to.
Sure.
You know, motherfuckers out here trying to tell you they're weaponizing our government, they're weaponizing the DOJ, they're weaponizing the shit, and everybody think, oh no, you're just a Trump supporter, you're just one of those MAGA people, you're just... What the fuck are you looking at? Like, what reality do you live in? I mean, because if you really want the fucking truth about it, Vivek is looking a lot better than Trump these days. Oh, my goodness. My goodness, my goodness. What else do we got here? Um, See, this right here, I feel like somehow this is going to be connected to whatever's going on with the Trump thing. Because this is in Lifestyle Business Insider on Yahoo News. It says, take a look inside the world's tallest residence, a 195 million tripleplex penthouse that starts on the 129th floor of New York City's Central Park Tower. I wonder who owns that. Let's see. The triplex first hit market 250 million. It sold that person to become the price owns history. Citadel CDO Ken Griffin's purchase of the 238 million penthouse at Central Park. Okay. It's a penthouse. That means that's just one. That's a suite. That's like you were saying when you could buy a section of the building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what you was talking about.
Yep.
Okay. That one floor. This goes back to. I'm glad I fucking pulled this up out of nowhere because this flows exactly what I was talking about. This one floor, they said, went for $238 million in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
One floor.
Yep.
Mar-a-Lago in Florida is damn near an island. It spans, I forget how fucking many blocks. There's golf courses on it. There's, I believe, a hotel on it. There's Trump's estate on it. And countless other party places on Mar-a-Lago. Do you know that fuckwit Judge Aragon from the Trump case appraised Mar-a-Lago at $18 million? $18 million. One floor, 238 million.
That's ridiculous.
And the fact that Aragon said he went back to 2019, I believe, for that price. Bitch, this was sold in 2019 for $238 million. One floor. You could put that penthouse in Mar-a-Lago's fucking shit tank where the kids play. Jeez. And again, I'm wondering who owns that shit there. Because I feel like these ain't owned by Trump. So these got to be people against Trump, because Trump Tower is not even mentioned in here. They're showing all these other, there's 53rd West, there's 111th and West. There's all these are on West 57, on 57th and shit like that, by Central Park. On the other side is where Trump Tower is. So, okay. 17,545 square feet. 238 million. That ain't even 20,000.
How many square feet?
17,545.
That's pretty fucking big.
That ain't no Mar-a-Lago. That's the size. That ain't even half of Mar-a-Lago's fucking golf course.
Right. I mean, that's a decent fucking size, though. Shit.
Oh yeah, that's nice. I mean, that's your house is inside that floor.
Like,
But
No, because I think this place is like roughly a little bit under 2,000, maybe even like in the 12s, 13s.
Yeah, like 8. So we line up 8 houses on this street.
Right. Right.
And you still, that's like the parking lot to Mar-a-Lago. That kills me. That fucking kills me. I don't know what this is, but it's an ashtray now.
I can't see it, so I don't know.
It's great.
Oh, that little deal there, that box. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're good.
I mean, I'm looking at the penthouse. It's pretty laid out. It's nice. It looks like somewhere that Trump would take some chicks to fuck. You know, it looked like one of his little mosey wozies. It ain't no fucking Mar-a-Lago, I'll tell you that. It's got a couple floors to it. I should hope so.
Right.
But still, 8 houses. 8 houses. 230. You gotta be out your fucking mind. Holy shit. Let's see. Oh, Jesus Christ. We all knew this picture was fake. Oh my God. You know, there's the meme that goes around with Donald Trump in the military. They show him in like an old school, like World War II, like helmet and gear and shit. We've all seen that fucking thing. You know, there's a bunch of different stuff posted under it, but we've all seen the picture. Now motherfuckers want to fact check it. We know it's fake, you dumb fucks. The fuck? Closer look. A viral pic of Donald Trump while in the military sure looks like AI. So? We know it's fake. We all know. Donald Trump even knows. I think he said something was going on with his feet or his hands, or he was in. He dodged. Look. I won't say he dodged, but he found a loophole in the draft and didn't have to go. He went to school. We know. You know, did you ever see the beginning of the Wolverine? You know, Hugh Jackman wasn't in World War II. Wolverine and Sabretooth weren't in World War II. But they sure fucking look like it in the movies. Jeez. And I wonder what gave it away with the AI. Because I hear AI can't make hands. That's some weird shit. Some reason the AI can't make hands. I keep hearing that. I haven't tried it. But the hand, like Trump's hand, look kind of alien-y here. Like he looks like he got like a thumb, but then a long ass index finger. So he kind of almost looks like one that black dude. Remember in Total Recall, the black dude who drove around the taxi cab, ended up turning on Quaid. He pulled that hand out and it was all chicken arm with the 2 fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. In late December of 2023. No, it wasn't in late December. This thing has been going on forever. Oh my God. All right, so we're going. In late December of 2023, an image circulated on social media allegedly depicting former President Donald Trump while serving in the Army. So grateful for Donald Trump, who led our troops to victory in every major war since the nation's birth. One post on X captioned viral image. Look, man, you fucking idiots! It's a video game! And then this dumb fuck, I don't know who Paul Maldib Worm Boss is, but apparently this fuckwit fucking posted on X over the picture. Stolen valor, stolen lives, stolen documents, and lies, lies, lies. America deserves better than this failure of a human as a POTUS. Fuck you! You voted for Biden, bitch! Shut up! And how the fuck it was a stolen valor if he didn't do it? And I mean, and now there's somebody else's Twitter account. This Marina Medevin says, so who is behind this Twitter account? And it has a picture, the Photoshop picture. Well, I don't know. They're saying it's AI, but I guess AI is the new Photoshop. But they got a picture of Trump in the old school. They got a picture, looks like Trump maybe in Vietnam. They got a picture of Trump and Martin Luther King. Now, if any, and they got Trump signing the Declaration of Independence. Now, if any of this shit was, well, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for you butthurt motherfuckers with this stolen valor horse shit. All these pictures got Trump at his age now. Except the Vietnam one. They look like they found a younger picture of Trump for the Vietnam one. But all the rest of these are Trump now. Trump would be 176 years old right now. No, wait a minute. If Trump was at the Declaration of Independence, how old is the Constitution?
Oh, shit.
That goes into the conspiracy theory that Trump has the time traveling machine.
I mean, he got money.
Oh, no, what time? Yeah. You don't know about that whole thing? The whole time travel, it goes back to Nikola Tesla.
Yeah, I think he was telling me something about that.
Supposedly Nikola Tesla, for the people who don't know, figured out time travel. Accidentally, but he figured it out. So when he figured that shit out, amongst other things, he magically came up dead. So after the body was taken away, the FBI decided to send their men in to collect up any pertinent or important notebooks, data, evidence, all his shit. The FBI agent that they sent in was Donald Trump's uncle. Supposedly came back with like a couple notebooks and said there wasn't shit there. Donald Trump's uncle left the FBI. All of a sudden, the Trump empire started. Now, supposedly, they have they made this time travel machine or whatever. And now some of the proof that allegedly goes by this is there's a book back in the day that mentions Barron Trump and Donald Trump. Barron is Donald's son. It's also said that the orange, his weird orange color, is from using that time machine. And also the hair loss. So, okay, we'll believe you. He did this and this is stolen valor. Or he could have been there. But that just means that Trump has a time machine. So you pick, morons. Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait a minute. And now see this one could almost be real. It's Donald Trump at the 9/11 spot with a fireman's outfit on. Now here's a little something for you guys. Here's some reality for you. 9/11, Donald Trump was there. He was not out in a fire fucking vest or none of that shit. And he wasn't all with that. But what he was doing was calling all his construction people and calling everybody that he had on hand to go in and help for free the fucking firemen and the rescue crews at the towers. That's where Trump was. For anybody who don't know, who want to say this picture is stolen valor. And and what happens right after that? Another reason why Melania Trump wasn't in the Christmas photos. Because she got family members that are sick, asshole. Remember, she's from another country. And way at like the fourth fucking paragraph, it says that, she was with her family in the other country and that Donald supported her and her family over there. Fuck faces. Ugh. So what else we got? We got 4 more minutes. What else can I pull out of this shit?
Probably shit.
We got missing yachts. Everybody's killing. There was a lot of stabbings over the holiday, I'll tell you that.
Can't afford guns no more.
Woman accused of stabbing 3 at the Atlanta airport. Whoo, she got eyes like a chihuahua. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Was she even able to see the person she was stabbing?
What is this? Actor Pierce Brosnan is reportedly the latest badly behaved Yellowstone National Park tourist after being cited for... Jesus Christ. What percentage of the... Okay, we'll end on the Alphabet Mafia here.
Oh, shit. We're going to offend everybody tonight.
This is from the USA Today. What percentage of the... This goes back to a little something that me and Jared had heated debates about. This small population that's never going to go anywhere. What percentage of the U.S. population is Alphabet Mafia? New data shows which state have the most. New data estimates a greater number of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgenders U.S. adults live in the South, confirming findings from the recent years. Wait a minute, ain't the South supposed to be mostly racist? So now it's a bunch of rainbow racists now? Across the country, researchers estimate that more than 5% of U.S. adults are alphabet, matching prior alphabet population data. Young people 18 to 24 are more likely to identify as alphabet, according to the report from the Williams Institute, University of, imagine that, California, Los Angeles, California. The report, based on the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention data, found that from 2020 to 2021, there were nearly 14 million alphabet adults in the U.S., with some states having noticeably higher percentages of alphabets than others. Earlier this year, a poll from Gallup found a slightly higher percentage of adults that are alphabet. Overall, multiple polls show that the adult alphabet population has steadily been increasing for years. The big alphabet dick just slapping you right in the face. Broken down state by state, the report shows Washington, D.C., Oregon, and Delaware top the list for the greatest percentage of alphabets. The census, the nation's most well-known population survey, does not gather data on alphabets. How many people in the U.S. are alphabet? Researchers at the Williams Institute, 13.9 million. Small group of people there, Greg.
It don't bother me none. I don't care.
You love who you love.
Right.
But the whole point of it was, it went from that small little group when I said this was going to start getting out of hand. And everybody said, no, it's this small group. It's such a small, minuscule number. And then everybody, loves to go back, oh, it's just 5%. Yeah, we're not talking about 5% of a dollar. It's not a nickel. This is 13.9 million fucking people. It's enough people to be having weirdos reading Disney books in your fucking library. Gallup's last report, which polled a nationally representative group of 10,000 respondents, found 7.2 identified as alphabet. The number was highest among adult Gen Zers, or people born between 97 and 2012. Imagine that. The South continues to have the highest percentage. New data shows nearly 36% of the nation's alphabet population lives in the South, representing more than 5 million people. The number is also an increase from the last time they polled it in 2014. Gen Zers are most likely to be alphabet. I ain't even gonna read that. I'm just telling you that our kids, my kids, your kids, they're saying that they're all alphabet. And if they're not, they will be. Now, if they chose that shit on their own, fine. But if it's society pushing that shit or the culture pushing that shit on our kids, I ain't gonna let it do it to my grandbaby. I'll tell you that.
Right.
You know, I done seen the error. We're seeing the error right now. And a lot of you people are just condoning it. And we'll end with this because this goes back to the very first article I read, Greg, tonight. 41-year-old man living at home. Don't pay no, won't get a job because he says they're beneath him. His parents pay his rent. Just loafing about, just lazy fuck. Says he can't work. He had a job. Supposedly he came out of college and he started a real estate business. And then his apartment burned down and took everything. What do you need to sell a house? I mean, house, dope. Well, would you need a corner? But the problem is, this article wasn't downing this guy. Because after you got done reading about how much of a lazy fuck this dude was, and how much of a whiny fuck this dude was, you see under it the rest of the article, which is, well, this is a big problem nowadays with college students. They can't find jobs because the economics and because of this and that, and they don't know where to. Shut the fuck up. None of us knew any of that shit. Half of us didn't even go to college. We made it work. Our parents made it work. We scripted, saved, we hustled, legal or illegal. We did what we had to fucking do to put food on the table. This fucking generation just keeps coddling, and they're coddling the next generation, and we're, oh, not our babies. We can't tell our babies no, and then you end up with Hunter Biden. That being said, you guys have a happy new year from us at Upside Down Studios. Happy holidays. We love you. We'll see you next week.
Night, y'all.